this interrogation room. That's right. Our security people caught you sneaking around the perimeter of our tip-top secret facility, and it's my job to find out why you were doing that. Okay, but before we begin, I'm just going to take a few photos of you, and these will be going on our database. So please get nice and comfortable. I know you've been handcuffed to the chair, but that isn't any reason that you can't relax during today's interrogation. Okay, so first of all, I want you to look straight ahead for me, please. I'm just going to come along here and take your photo. There we go. Absolutely phenomenal. If you could tilt your head to the side, please. I'll take your photo once more. And I think I'll take a few photos from various different angles. Okay. Very good. And if you would like to tilt your head to the other side for me, please. Thank you very much. That's great. That's great. That's great. That's great. Very good. And if you could look straight ahead again for me, please. I just wanted to take a few more photos from this angle. Okay. Okay. There we go. That should be a satisfactory amount of photos. Thank you very much for your compliance during that. I know you don't have much choice, but all the same, I am grateful. So, the next thing I need to do before we begin the actual interrogation part of today's exercise is I need to measure you, take a few measurements, write them down. Again, this is just for our records, for our database, so that if we catch you in the future doing any terrible things like sneaking around our facility, then we will know we have caught the same person twice. I'm just going to make notes, of course, during today's interrogation session. Right now, I'm just going to be writing down some of your measurements. Excellent. Now I just want to take this measurement here. Very good, very good. Very good. Let's take a look at this measurement here. Marvelous. We'll take one last measurement. Just there. Perfect, perfect. Brilliant. That's all the measurements that I need. One last thing that I need to take from you is your fingerprints. So I'm going to pop on some latex gloves so that I don't contaminate this part of the exercise today. So I know that you've been handcuffed to that chair, but nonetheless we can still do this. I'm just going to hold out a little tub of ink for you here. If you'd like to press your finger, index finger, that one there, distinct fingerprint. Thank you very much for that. And now I would like to administer the truth serum. Once you drink this, you will not be able to tell a lie. This is definitely real. This is not a placebo. This is actually a secret formula developed in our secret laboratory. So it is definitely real. Okay, if you'd like to open your mouth for me, please. I'm just going to dip this into your mouth. Not like you have much choice, but there we go. Doesn't taste too bad. Perfect. And now to begin the actual interrogation. To begin with, I'm going to be asking you some baseline questions. These questions are designed to help me determine whether you are telling the truth or whether you are telling a lie. And basically the way you respond, your body language, involuntary unconscious movements you might make, that will determine whether you are telling the truth or whether you are lying. And obviously I am a highly trained professional. I'm basically a human lie detector. Okay, so don't think for 1 second that you can get away with lying to me, because you can't. Okay, so here we go. Let's start with a baseline question, something nice and simple. Okay, so is this card the King of Diamonds? Very good, very good. Okay, and now another baseline question. Is this card the Ace of Spades? Okay, very good indeed. I've just learned a lot by looking at your body language when you responded to those two questions. All this data has been logged in my brain, and I will be able to tell when you're telling the truth or not. Okay. So, I guess we'll begin with some basic information regarding yourself. What is your name, and could you spell it out for me, please? Marvelous. And what is your date of birth? Very good. What is your current address? Very good. And what is your social security number? Brilliant. And what is the long number on your credit card? And what is the 3-digit security code on the back of your credit card? Yes, all these questions are very important and integral to the interrogation process. Okay, so now that I have some basic information from you, I need you to answer the question for me, the big question of the day. Why were you snooping around the perimeter of our secret facility today? Is that correct? Is that correct? Well, I'll be honest with you. I don't think you're telling the truth. Okay? I am looking at your body language, looking at your pupil dilation, looking at your mouth, how it's moving. Involuntary muscle spasms and twitches. It's not looking good for you. It looks like you are lying to me, and I will not stand for any lying during this interrogation meeting, okay? I'm going to have to implement a technique that I don't like to use, quite frankly, because it is so terrible. But here it comes, here it comes. That's right, I'm flashing a light in your eyes. Now you cannot resist my questioning, okay? So, once again, no funny business. Don't look at the light, don't look at the light. Keep your eyes focused on me and just ignore the light, okay? What were you doing at the perimeter of our secret facility? Sneaking about the perimeter as well? Snooping, perhaps? What were you doing? Was that a lie just then? Was that a lie just then? I don't think so. Okay, you've passed that question now that we've established that. I need to know next, who do you work for? Which rival organization do you work for? Are you a spy? Are you an international spy? Are you spying for a rival country? Are you planning to take our secrets back to your supreme leader? Is that what's going on here? Okay, and now I need to ask you, what intel did you recover from us when you were sneaking around our secret facility? So you mean to tell me that you discovered nothing when you were walking around outside the perimeter fence? You saw nothing? You didn't take any photos? You didn't take any photos? Okay, listen, this is essential that you tell me the truth, okay? Because my superiors, I'll tell you what my superiors want me to do to you now. My superiors want me to cut off your appendages, okay? Those fingers, those toes of yours. Say goodbye to them, okay? You've got 20, yeah? How about I make that 15? Maybe I just cut off 5 little appendages that you don't need. You don't need all 20 of them. You can get by with 15. What if I narrow it down to 10? You know what I'm saying? Suddenly life's not looking so good, is it? You'll be called names. You'll be called names. Bullied, perhaps, because of your lack of fingers and toes. You'll be a freak. An absolute freak. Okay? That's what my superiors want me to do. They want me to physically torture you. To cut off parts of your body. Okay? What I'm doing here is quite tame. I know I'm using the flashlight method, which can be quite intense. It can even be perhaps unpleasant because it's so bright and glaring in your eyes. But I need you to understand that I'm going soft on you right now. Okay, so this final question, you better tell me the truth. This is of the utmost importance. What intel did you gather from sneaking around our facility? interrogate. I don't like it when things get messy, when things get bloody, and terrible things like that happen, mostly because I have to clean up afterwards, and frankly I'm not paid enough to clean up bodily fluids of that kind, okay? Of any kind, actually, any kind at all. But I do believe we're finished. I'm going to pass on this information now to my superiors, and they will decide what your fate is, okay? They'll probably send the security guards back in here. They might decide to hold you in a cell for a day, perhaps longer, until they're satisfied that they can safely release you again, okay? And some advice in the future: don't go snooping around strange facilities. You know, they're obviously going to be run by the government, okay? I'm not saying that this particular facility, you know, has a large number of aliens that we've captured and are experimenting on, but what if that was the case? What if you accidentally snuck into a facility filled with aliens? Some of those aliens might be hostile. They may pose an incredible threat to the general population and to yourself, okay? So, yeah, that's not what's happening here though, okay? So, thank you for being so compliant once again. Our time here is concluded.